Oh, you thought this was a game, huh? Oh, you slept, you missed the range, huh? I don't switch sides, still the same, huh? 101 is for my name, huh? Told you this is not a game. Done playing, time to live up to my name.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be pitting these two alcohol-based markers against each other. So this is the OHUHU 72 count marker set. And this is the ARRTX 90 marker set. Alright, so I have been using alcohol-based markers for years. So I started out with Prismacolor markers, then I moved on to these OHUHUs, and currently onto these ARRTX alcohol markers. Now, quite honestly, I don't even think I can even remember the difference between the Prismacolors and any of these set of markers. And they all seem to work pretty much the same to me. So in this video, I'm going to do a half OHUHU markers and half ARRTX markers all on one artwork. So hopefully we can see the difference between the two, or maybe not. But to tell the truth, even after this video, I still don't think I'll be able to tell the difference between these two markers. Well, let's find out. So today's illustration was inspired by a recent trip I took to Oahu, Hawaii. So I took a walk across the street from our hotel room on the Waikiki to the International Marketplace to do some window shopping. And I see some cool Pokemon figures on the window display. And I felt like I had to draw one of these characters one day. And well, a few months later, that day is today. So as I make the sketch magically appear, so let me set up the ARRTX markers. And now the OHUHU markers. Alright guys, first up we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the OHUHU markers. So in case you're wondering, this is the Pokemon figure that I saw in the window display that I am going off of. Now, the thing about a lot of marker, acrylic, paint marker, and colored pencil sets is that they may not give you the precise color, shade, or tone that you're looking for. So I tried to choose the colors that best matched the Pokemon figure. And at first I was trying to decide how I wanted to color and render this character. I was thinking of coloring it up a typical anime cell shading style, but part of me thought it was going to be too boring and too common, so I decided to render it with blends and texture incorporated into it. So here is an interesting fact regarding OHUHU markers. As I mentioned earlier, this illustration was inspired by my recent trip to Oahu, Hawaii, but it just so happens that the OHUHU markers may have originated in Hawaii. The name OHUHU was inspired by the colorful island of Oahu. I mean, just the name itself, OHUHU, does sound similar to Oahu. And also, OHUHU does have an Oahu and Honolulu series set of markers, and you can find these on the OHUHU website. So if you remember earlier, I did mention I wanted to render this illustration using textures, and I was specifically referring to Charizard's skin. So for your information, although I did know I wanted some texture on the skin, I really had no idea how I was going to make it look. So I'm basically just making it up as I go. Now, I don't know if Charizard actually has scales like that, but for this drawing, that's the way it's gonna be. I don't think it looks bad. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So here I'm beginning to fill in the background scenery. So I'm going to try to create sort of a fiery explosion in the background, a lot of yellows and oranges, but the tricky part is I have to make sure that the background doesn't blend in with the main character, because the main character has a lot of yellows and oranges as well, and there's that tendency to lose that effect of the background explosion, or even lose the character itself. So I got to create some sort of contrast between the two. So as you see here, I'm creating a darker, smokier explosion behind the yellow explosion. This contrast helps to shape and define that yellow explosion right in front of it. So this right here is going to be a ledge or a cliff that Pikachu is standing on. I didn't want him to appear to be floating on nothing, so I wanted to create him at least standing on some sort of surface. Well, alright, that's going to do it for the OHUHU side of the illustration. Now it's time to get busy with the ARRTX markers. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. But first, let's take a look at the artwork one side at a time, starting with the OHUHU markers. Now, normally when I do marker illustrations, I usually go over it with colored pencils just to smoothen things out a bit. You know, add that extra blend or shading, you know, things like that. But I needed to keep this strictly OHUHU and ARRTX markers and nothing else. You know, if I had gone over this with colored pencils and added on all the touch-ups, it would have been kind of deceiving to make you think that that would have been the result of these markers alone. Okay, now we're taking a look at the ARRTX side of the illustration. Now, just like I thought at the beginning of the video, now if I didn't already know which side is which, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the OHUHU or the ARRTX just by looking at the artwork. To me, alcohol-based markers always worked the same for me. The only difference that I noticed is that one set of markers had different shades and tones of a certain color than the other. For example, I noticed that the ARRTX side had a more vibrant and brighter yellow than the OHUHU, and I kind of liked it. So, in summary, I feel they both work the same, perform the same, and produce similar results. So in my opinion, there are no losers. I could work with either one of them. Well guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and God bless.